Did you know that there is a restaurant in the heart of New York City's Chinatown that has been serving up an authentic taste of Hong Kong since 1998? Hi, this is Arthur from the Minute Review Show. If you have a minute, I have an opinion. Hong Kong cuisine features traditional dim sum with fresh seafood, roast meats, and amazing stir-fried dishes. Today we're stepping inside this iconic spot to find out why locals and longtime fans keep coming back for more. I visit Ping's on a busy Sunday afternoon, right after dim sum service, to try several of their dinner menu items. Watch till the end to see one of their signature dishes and also my star of the show. Come join me. I can't wait to get started. Hi, this is Arthur from the Minute Review Show, and today we're at Ping's. Ping's is at Mott Street in Chinatown, and Ping's is famous for Cantonese food. We've been here several times in the past, and this particular restaurant is a Cantonese restaurant. It's been around since the 80s, I believe. So it's one of the legacy restaurants in Chinatown. We were given this menu, but we discovered that this is only the lunch menu. What they offer is that they also offer a all-day dinner menu. So we asked for that, and I'm going to show you both menus, the smaller dim sum menu and also the dinner menu. What Ping's is famous for is their dim sum service. Today we're not going to have dim sum. I wanted to try some of their dinner food. Their dim sum is actually really good. It's actually pretty famous, and almost every day the dim sum service is usually packed. It's a pretty popular restaurant. A lot of social media doesn't talk too much about this restaurant, but it's been around for a long time, and I like this restaurant. I'm going to order one dish that is considered a signature dish at Ping's. There's actually two, but I ordered one of them, and I'm going to show you later in this video what that dish is. It's really creative, and it's actually pretty good. Okay, we were given two menus. This one is the dim sum menu during the lunchtime, and it's a much smaller menu, more condensed menu. So what we have here is that we have a whole list of dim sums. As you can see, there are no prices, but here's an idea as to the types of dim sum that they offer. So we'll slowly take a look at these. There's a very big selection, about 20 here. And then we're flipping the page, and then we have another 20 dim sums, all steamed and fried. Two different types of varieties. And there's another page. Here's another 10 dim sums. And next in the lunch menu, we have the chef suggestions. And then we have the special lo mein, the hot pan noodles. We have pan-fried noodles, and then we have rice, we have noodle soups, special hot stone pot dishes, and then here's the lunch specials. Now, these lunch specials are only valid from Monday to Friday, excluding holidays, and these are all between $14 and $16. We were given a second dinner menu, and this is the menu with all the dishes that were not on that dim sum menu that we received earlier. So here goes. This dinner menu, and it's really funny, has all the dim sum on it. So I guess they do offer dim sum at night, maybe. And these all have prices included. Now, these prices actually seem a little more pricey than most dim sum places. It's like $9. So I'm not sure if this is because it's for dinner that they're charging more. Next, we have some appetizers. So this appetizer section has a lot of interesting items. You have things like manila clams, and you have snails. That's not very common. And then you have other items like some Peking duck, jellyfish, and then you have some grilled duck. And there's some more stuff on the next menu. Now, the next section is called the main course. You have Dungeness crabs, you have razor clams, frog legs, you have crispy pork ribs, crispy squid, and then you have other courses like the famous prawns with walnut sauce, And then you have this dish, which is pretty famous. It's called the Dragon's Whiskers, and it's a very, very Cantonese dish filled with chives and dried seafood. And then here's the main course. Some more main courses. You have some fish, you have some poached chicken, and then you have some garlic chicken. And then you have some more items such as some fish, you have some scallops, you have some sweet and sour pork, and some other great Cantonese items. And then over here, the next section, we have Japanese tofu, short ribs, and some other items here. And then next we have some vegetarian dishes. So we'll just take a quick scan of these. And next we have some more vegetarian dishes. Now we have some eggplant, bamboo piffs, mapo tofu, some vegetarian delight, and then we have some fried rice, noodles, some more items here. And finally we have some soup seafood, fried rice and noodle, and some old-time favorites. We ordered the sweet and sour pork. Now, this is the most economical dish that I ordered today. Basically, it's the boneless version of the sweet and sour pork. It's not the ribs. And from what it looks like, there's a pretty big chunk of sweet and sour pork here. It looks like a batter, probably a rice flour batter, I would think. It's not too thick, the batter, which is a good sign. Next, we have our usual pineapple, our usual pepper, and our usual, looks like tomato here. So there's 3 types of vegetables here, and this particular dish seems to be pretty big. There's about 7.5 inches in diameter worth of food, so it seems like a pretty good portion. And if I remember correctly, I think this particular dish is about $16, so it's not bad. We're going to give this a try and let you know what it's like. Okay, I'm going to try the sweet and sour pork. Now, if you're a regular viewer of my channel, you know that I love sweet and sour pork, and I usually order it for my reviews. So here it is. We have the beautiful sweet and sour pork, and as I mentioned before, this particular pork looks like it was done in a batter, but it's not a thick batter like the American Chinese sweet and sour pork. Let's try it right now. Wow, this is absolutely delicious. Now, I don't know where to start. There's so many good things about it. What I can say is that number 1 is boneless. So it's not the sweet and sour ribs. It's definitely boneless. And I can tell from the cut of meat that it's more on the fatty side. It might be pork butt, but it's more on the fatty side. The sweet and sour sauce is not too sweet. What I really love about this is that this particular sauce is not too gloopy. Sometimes when you order sweet and sour, the sauce tends to be super gloopy. That's not good. But this particular one is good. I also taste the pre-seasoned nature of the pork. So the pork itself definitely has some salt, has some pepper thrown in, and it's really good. I don't think it's been softened or treated, but it has that nice basic pork flavor. Very nice. I have to say that this is a dish that you definitely should order. It's one of the better versions I've tried. We ordered the garlic fried chicken, or the daji gai with the garlic. From what I see here, the garlic chicken has a very dark fry to it. There's also some dried garlic to it, and it looks like it appears to be half a chicken. So we have the drumstick here, and then we have probably the white meat here, and below probably the thigh. So this particular portion looks fairly big, and when I'm touching this particular skin seems pretty crispy. Yeah, it looks pretty good, and once again, we don't have any soy sauce or any additional liquid added to this, so this I think is going to be super savory. The next dish I'm going to try is the garlic fried chicken, or the daji gai, and here it goes. I'm going to try the dark meat. I'm going to use my fingers. I apologize. but I like using my fingers. So here goes. Here's the chicken with the nice dark brown skin, crispy skin. Let's try this. Oh my God. The crunch is amazing. That chicken has been sitting there for 15 minutes and the crispy skin is still crispy. Really nice. And what's even more amazing about it is that the chicken meat is still moist. It's incredible. It has the crispiness of the skin, the moisture of the meat. Very nice. The one thing that's different about this chicken is that at some places they serve this dish with a liquid, like a sweet soy sauce on the bottom. This one is served totally dry. So if you're going to do it this way, I think you need to add a little more salt. I think this is about, to my level, this is about 80% salted. So yeah, to me, it could use a little more salt, but the fact that it didn't have the soy sauce on the bottom, I think should have necessitated a little more salt to be put into this. But the quality of the chicken is actually very, very high. It's very good. The quality is super good. The garlic, as you can see, provides a lot of savoriness to this dish. So yeah, this is high quality for sure. I just want to remind everyone that you should stay till the end of this review because I'm going to tell you what the star of the show is. So stay tuned. The next dish that we ordered is a one lobster dish with ho fun, or the broad white ho fun noodles. Now, this particular dish has a bunch of garlic on top, and this is steamed. The ho fun down here is steamed, as you can see, and all the lobster oil, lobster liquid goes to the bottom of this dish, so that blends right into the ho fun. We have one whole lobster here. I'm not exactly sure how much this costs. We'll find out at the end of the meal, but this plate is actually really big. This lobster, just eyeballing it, looks like maybe 1.25 pounds to 1.5 pounds. So yeah, I can easily and readily smell the garlic smell that is wafting off of this dish. So I can't wait to give this a try. Okay, the next dish that I'm going to try is the most expensive dish, and it's this one. It's the garlic and lobster over ho fun or chow fun noodles. This is probably the most expensive dish because of the lobster. We're going to give this a try and see what it's like. Here goes the noodles. Okay, very nice. The ho fun quality is really good because it's the thin type of ho fun. It's a very good quality ho fun, not the super thick ho fun, but a very thin and delicate ho fun. It's been steamed with the lobster on top, and I can readily taste that lobster juice seep into this noodle. Along with the garlic and the salt is absolutely delicious. And the chew is very nice on the noodles. Absolutely nice. The next part that I'm going to try is the actual lobster tail. Let's try this lobster tail and see what it's like. Gonna poke this, remove it, and give it a try. I swear, that lobster tail is so sweet. Why is it sweet? Because it's retained all that sweetness because it's steamed lobster. When you steam items, you tend to retain the original flavor of the seafood, and that's exactly what we have. It's a lobster that has retained a lot of the lobster sweetness. Absolutely delicious. Nice and crunchy, not rubbery, very fresh, the lobster. So this dish, although it's expensive, I can highly recommend it. And another thing that I should let you know is that when we ordered the dish, they actually sold this dish with ifu noodles. Ifu noodles, for those who know, are noodles that are deep fried and then reconstituted. Someone in my party today didn't want that. They wanted the ho fun. So we had it with the ho fun, and they were amenable to our request. So yeah, they did it, and that dish is delicious. I wanted to talk a little bit more about Ping's. This particular restaurant has been around since, I believe, the late 80s, and there's 2 floors to this restaurant. There's a floor the main floor that I'm sitting in, and then there's a floor downstairs that's for private parties. Now, I've been here many times before for birthday parties, for actually a wedding reception. So yeah, this place has a lot of good memories for me. What I can say about this place is that it's always been reliable when it comes to serving good Cantonese food. Although the prices may be a little higher, it's totally worth it because the quality is super good, and you know that the chefs haven't changed too much at this place, and it's been very consistent. The next dish that we ordered is called cold water spinach. I think in Chinese it might be called tong choy. Now, this particular dish I think is maybe morning glory. It might be morning glory because you see the hollowness of the stem. So this particular dish is stir-fried with some fried garlic and also some oil and salt. And if there's anything else that they added to this, I'll let you know. But one thing that I'm really happy about is that this particular dish is about 7 inches in diameter, but it's about 3 inches deep. So you're getting a lot of this vegetable in this dish. The next dish we ordered is the Chinese greens. I believe this is morning glory. They gave us the Chinese name for this. Okay, it's called water spinach, cold water spinach. And I don't know the exact Chinese name of this, but let's give this a try. I suspect it might be morning glory, but we'll see what this is. Cold water spinach is very crunchy, but there's a slimy element to it. When you cook it enough, the vegetable reduces and there's a sliminess to it, but there's also a crunch that is retained in the stem of the spinach. It's quite nice. This one is cooked to perfection because it has the right amount of garlic and also the right amount of salt. So this is very good for a Chinese vegetable. They steered us to this particular vegetable because they didn't have the snow pea shoots, but this is a good choice. The next dish that we ordered is the fried rice with dried scallop and crab. Now, this is one of 2 of Ping's most famous dishes. Now, this is considered their signature dish, one of the 2 signature fried rice dishes. This has been on their menu for many, many years. This particular fried rice is advertised as being crunchy. Now, I don't know exactly what makes this crunchy, so I'm going to give this a try and let you know what it is. Who knows, it might be crispy rice from the bottom of a pot, but we'll have to find out. Another element in addition to the crab and the scallops are the scallions and egg. So this is basically a 4-element fried rice. I'm going to try their signature fried rice. As I had said before, there are 2 signature fried rices. Now, this particular one that I'm trying has dried scallop and also crab. So this is what it looks like. There's the addition of egg and also some string beans and some scallions. That's what it looks like. So let's try this. This is delicious. Right off the bat, the major flavor profile is oyster sauce. I taste some oyster sauce in that fried rice. The other sensory overload that you get from this is the crunch. Now, the reason why it's the signature is because of that crunch. That was the one thing that many places in Chinatown never did, and Ping's was the first place to make this type of rice. I can't tell you exactly what's making the crunch in this rice. I suspect that it's some crispy rice, but for some reason it doesn't taste like the type of rice, crispy rice that's straight from the bottom of a bowl. I don't know how they did it because I can't visually see where that crispiness is coming from, but it's very nice. It has that nice texture. That's something that you only get here. You won't get at any other restaurant. I guarantee you that. That oyster sauce, the right amount of salt, makes it very delicious. The great thing is that in this particular rice, you can visually see the dried scallops and the crab. A lot of places, they say they have it, but you can't see it. But this one, you can see it. It's very nice. Wonderful. This is the kind of fried rice that you can eat bowl and bowl and bowl and bowl after and not stop. Absolutely delicious. I highly recommend it. I need to mention about the other special fried rice. The other special fried rice, I believe, also has salted fish and also dried scallops, but the other one has raisins. Now, that's what makes that one special. The first one has the crunch, the second one has the raisins. Now, those are two innovations in fried rice making in the 80s and 90s. So Ping's was the first one to have done that, and that I feel is something that they continue to do well. I just had that dried scallop and crab fried rice, and it's absolutely delicious. They've been doing it well for 40 years. And now's the time for your favorite part of the show. Ta-da! The star of the show. And today, the star of the show was so hard to choose. We ordered 5 dishes, and all 5 dishes were on the same footing. They were almost equally good. But, you know, I can't do this. I can't just choose all 5 of the dishes because that wouldn't be right. So what I'm going to do today is that I'm going to choose my number 1 dish, but I'm also going to go ahead and rank all 5 of them for you. But first, let's do the star of the show. And today, my star of the show is the fried rice, the signature fried rice. Now, this particular signature fried rice is their signature. This is one of the 2 fried rices that made Ping's famous. And they're famous for a reason, because this particular fried rice has that crunch. A lot of places didn't have that in the past. And I think other restaurants might have it now, but this was the original place. I know it because I'm old. So anyway, so this particular rice has the great savoriness of that oyster sauce that I can detect in that rice. It has the savoriness of the dried scallops and also the freshness of the crabs. They're all chopped into small little bits, but when you combine everything together, it's the most flavorful, seafood dense flavor you would ever imagine for a fried rice. So that's why this is my favorite dish. Okay, as promised, I'm going to go through all the dishes and I'll tell you my number 5 all the way to my number 1 dish. My number 5 dish is the vegetables. Now, this is tong choy, and it's morning glory, Chinese green, and this is my number 5. But that doesn't mean that I didn't like it. It was very good. My number 4 is the garlic fried chicken. This particular dish was super savory and also fried and moist. Next favorite dish is the sweet and sour pork. And then we'll move on to the lobster and ho fun noodles. And then my number 1 dish, as I had just said, which is the star of the show, is the signature fried rice. So there you have it. These are my favorite dishes. Okay, the meal is over, and what a meal it was. Today I was very fortunate to have 2 companions come with me so that I can show you the 5 dishes that I ordered. And these 5 dishes are truly, truly representative of the great Cantonese food that you can get here. Now, that's just not me pushing it. It's because it's true. I've been here several times in the past, and every time I've been here, the Cantonese food is totally true to what it should be. So if you come here, just keep in mind that this particular restaurant is also very famous for dim sum service. You're going to have dim sum service from the morning all the way up to maybe 2 or 2:30 on a weekday and on weekends. So that service tends to be really crowded. So you probably would need to get on the line for that. But once you get beyond those hours, it should be easier to find a seat, and you would get the dinner menu. We came at the tail end of the dim sum service, and we were availed the dinner menu. So that was very nice of them. They gave us the dinner menu, and we were able to order all these fantastic dishes. If you come here, keep in mind that this particular restaurant is one of the legacy restaurants that I tend to focus on in this channel. And this is the kind of restaurant that should and hopefully will stay in the neighborhood for years and years to come. So if you want to try authentic, really good, true Cantonese food on a true Cantonese menu that's all Cantonese, you need to come here. This is truly one of the best Cantonese restaurants in Chinatown, and that's just my opinion. So, and that's why you came here to watch. Thanks for watching the Minute Review Show, and please like and subscribe to this channel. And also, please remember that there's a membership for this channel. For as little as $3 a month, you can support this channel, and I would greatly appreciate it if you do. And also, please refer this channel to your friends and help show them what great Chinese and Asian restaurants there are around the city, and I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much, and I will see you again in my next video. The final bill before tip is $159.52.